Alright, so I'm here with the Money in the Bank 2014 Dream card. This is if I was in charge of WWE, if I got a call from WWE and said, "Oh, you're in charge right now," this is a fucking card I would do. Now I'm gonna keep it realistic, so like, I'm not gonna say, "Oh, I want Undertaker versus Hulk Hogan." Obviously that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna keep it within reason. I think every guy that I used on here is on the WWE roster. Um, or at least it's pretty easy to get him on the roster. Um, I don't even think actually everybody is on there. I actually got one person who signed with WWE. I guess I won't spoil it because I will say it in the video, but I'm not gonna spoil it. But we'll get to it and who that guy is. But yeah, I got the dream card. It's within reason. I'm not gonna change like the whole concept, the whole way WWE works around to make this card. It is within reason. It is logical that this could happen. Even if even if they did call me up and say, "Hey, you're in charge of WWE," this card could easily happen. It would make sense too. So first match we got the Usos versus the Wyatts for the tag team belts, and the Wyatts will win. I think the Wyatts are a good tag team. I think it's time to get the belts off the fucking Usos. Just running around singing stupid songs, Same old moves, the super kicks and the dives. That's it. It's getting boring. I'm tired of the Usos. I think the crowd is too. I think a lot of the people, not a lot, but I think some of the people are. The same old shtick every week. And, I think there was more hype for the Usos like a couple months ago or, before they had the belts. Now they have the belts and they're the same old shit. They haven't changed really at all. I think people are getting tired of them a little bit. I might be wrong, but I think they are. But yeah, Wyatts win. We need something new. We need something different. And the Wyatts are definitely different. They're different than your normal tag team. They're not they're not your typical fucking gimmick. Pretty crazy, pretty good gimmick. It's not typical because it's a good gimmick. Most gimmicks in this company are shit. So this is a good gimmick. They got a good gimmick. They got good talent. So put it on the Wyatt family. Next match we got Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, Roman Reigns is great." I mean, what does he fucking have in his arsenal of moves? He does like a Superman punch where he just jumps in the air and punches the guy, and people go crazy over that. And he does a fucking spear, which has been done by like 1,000. That's like the most common finishing maneuver. Does he do it good? Yeah, sometimes. But I mean, the only people he does it good on are like people who sell well. So you gotta give credit to people. Like his spears on Ziggler were good. And people are like, "Oh, Roman Reigns, what a great spear from Reigns," when they don't realize that Ziggler is like the best seller in the company. So like a lot of the credit there goes to the person who's selling the spear as well. It's not like he has like a awesome spear. I mean, it's good, but it's not. It's you got to give credit to the person who's taking it too. And that's pretty much it. The one move I do like is the one where he does the drop kick on the person where he's like leaning on the first rope and he does it on the ring apron, lands on the ring apron. I like that move. It's like a unique move. I've never seen it before. But I mean, what else does he do? A fucking Samoan drop? We've seen that before. Nothing that that makes me like, "Oh, that's a cool move" or anything. It's nothing except that one drop kick. Where he lands on the ring apron. Ambrose is clearly he's got a very good promo. Probably, I haven't seen a lot of them, but he's probably number 2 behind Wyatt in promo quality. He's not a great wrestler. I've been hearing things like, "Oh, he's a great." He's not. He hasn't shown me he's like great a wrestler. I mean, he's decent at best. I mean, I was really expecting more. I heard good things about Dean Ambrose, but he hasn't really impressed me that much in the ring. He's like okay in the ring, maybe decent, but he's not that good in the ring. Actually, I was expecting more from him. But Rollins was clearly the best wrestler in the Shield. I think by far. Actually, I mean, it was a pretty wide margin where he was. And Reigns was, I think clearly Reigns was the last. Reigns wasn't that good. So yeah, you have Dean versus Seth, which would be a good match. I mean, you could have some good promos with Dean Ambrose. And you probably have a very good match as well. I mean, Dean Ambrose, I think, they've been wrestling together for like 2 years, so I think they know each other pretty good. So I think they would put on a pretty good match. And who goes over? You know, that's a tough one for me. But since Seth Rollins, I think, is a better wrestler, I would put Seth over for now. And maybe you could, you know, have some interference or something like that, like from Triple H or Orton or something. You know, it is 3-on-2 with Triple H, Orton, and Ambrose, you know, with being the Evolution, and then 2 members on Shield. So you could do something outside interference and, you know, have Rollins win, something like that. You know, I wouldn't mind that finish. But, you know, I just think Rollins is the better wrestler, so I think he should deserve to win here. Even though he is part of Evolution, which I don't, you know, the other 2 members I don't really like, but I think Rollins still deserves to win. And the next match I have on here is Paige versus Natalya. I think Natalya should win here. I think it's time we give her a championship run, at least for a little bit. I mean, she's a good wrestler. She knows how to fucking wrestle. I mean, she was trained by some of the best wrestlers, like Bret Hart. I mean, she was in the fucking Hart Dungeon, which has produced some very good wrestlers like Tyson Kidd. So yeah, I mean, give her a chance. She knows how to fucking wrestle. I mean, that's the thing. She knows how to wrestle. She can do moves. Watch her matches on fucking, you know, NXT or even on Raw. Like, her matches on NXT have been very good. Watch her match with Charlotte. That was a really good match. You know, she knows how to fucking wrestle. Give her a chance. I mean, what, are you just going to keep giving chances to people who can't wrestle like fucking Tamina? Fucking, you know, ugly Tamina. I'm glad she's injured. I'm not going to go out, get injured, Tamina. Haha, you're injured. But I'm glad she's off TV. I'm glad of the result of the injury. She's off TV now. It's good. I don't want to see her ugly ass, boring face on TV. So yeah, give Natty a chance. Natalya, whatever. I wrote Natty on here because it's an abbreviation. But give her a chance. I mean, come on. She's been in the company. She stayed loyal to the fucking company. Give her a chance. She knows how to fucking wrestle. She's not a dumbass, you know, who's just here for fucking, you know, fame and shit and, you know, just here to fucking fuck around. You know, she's a student of the game. I'm guessing since her father's a fucking wrestler, or her uncle. Her father is a wrestler, isn't her father Neidhart? You know, she was born into wrestling. She's got the family. And I'm not saying I'll give her a chance because she has family. I'm saying, you know, she has family. She's probably knows a little bit about wrestling more than somebody, you know, like fucking, you know, people who are just here to get money or fame, you know. So give her a chance. She knows. And Paige isn't, you know, I've seen some of Paige matches on NXT and they were good. You know, she hasn't been doing that great on Raw. And I think that might be because the people she's been facing on Raw aren't that good, and you know they don't really give the divas time to do a fucking match. So you know, but I think Paige is a quality wrestler, and she's only like 21, so she's just gonna get better. But yeah, give Natalya a chance. She deserves it. Then for the next match, we've got Neville, Adrian Neville. These people are all from NXT. Adrian Neville, Tyler Breeze versus Sami Zayn in a triple threat match. I think it should be number 1 contenders match for either the IC belt or the US Championship. I say for the US Championship, get that fucking belt off of Sheamus. He fucking sucks. And who would I have win here? I think Adrian Neville. He deserves it. Very athletic wrestler, very good moves, very entertaining. Yeah, have Neville win here. And then for the next match, or actually segment, it would be, this is the guy I was talking about earlier in my video, have Ric Flair return, alright? I mean, you could announce it or you could just make it a surprise. Or you could just say, oh, a special, somebody's returning at Money in the Bank. But have Ric Flair return, and then maybe have, you know, oh, Flair's like, oh, I'm looking for somebody to manage, you know? And then maybe Ziggler comes out, a few other guys come out, and then Flair's like, okay, you guys are gonna have a match, and whoever wins is gonna be my I'm gonna manage. And then Ziggler ends up winning maybe on Raw the next night, and there you go. You got Flair and Ziggler, you know, Flair managing Ziggler, which I think would be a very good choice. So have Flair return and do something like that, I think. All right, now we get to the Money in the Bank matches. First, we're gonna have a Money in the Bank match. I know they're having the one for the title, and I still got that on here. But we're going to have a Money in the Bank match. I know they've been talking about this, and I do hope they do it. I have a Money in the Bank match on here to determine, You know, you're still going to get the briefcase and you're still going to get a chance to cash it in. Alright? You're still going to get the fucking briefcase. Alright? And in that match, you got Bray Wyatt, John Cena, Kofi Kingston, Jack Swagger, Tyson Kidd, and Damian Sandow. You know, I think Bray Wyatt should win here. Give him, I mean, he's very talented. He cuts fucking awesome promo. Not awesome, but, I mean, all his promos are quality. So he's a great promo guy. He knows how to fucking wrestle, unlike some people in the company. And he's just an all-around very good talent. Very fucking good talent. He has a lot of fucking talent. Give him the briefcase. A lot of people like him. It's clear that a lot of people like him, too. So just give him the briefcase, and that would be a very good choice. You know, to give him the briefcase and, you know, have him cash in the future. And yeah, you could have some rivalry. The rivalry continue. Maybe the Wyatt family or Bray Wyatt, even on his own, costing Cena the victory for the fucking briefcase. And, you know, I put Kofi in here. I think Kofi's a pretty good wrestler. Swagger's, you know, okay, decent in the ring. Tyson Kidd's a very good wrestler. And Sandow, I think he deserves a little bit more than jobbing out. So that's why I got Sandow in here. I think he deserves better than fucking dancing up or dressing up like dancers, basketball players, rappers. You know, I think he deserves better than looking like a fucking dumbass. So yeah. Then we got the championship match for the WWE champion, or the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. That's what it's called, guys. It's like a fucking sentence. The WWE World Heavyweight Championship title, Money in the Bank match, whatever you want to call it. And in this match, I know they already added people to the match, but I'm not adding those same people. I do have Cesaro in there, but I have Cesaro, Cody Rhodes, Goldust, RVD, Barrett, and Dolph Ziggler. Now I got, you know, maybe Cody is, you know, Goldust is climbing the ladder. He's going to win. And Cody pushes him off, you know, starts a rivalry between the two, which will eventually lead to a match at SummerSlam. And then you could also have Cody come out and say, last year, Sandow, I was the one, you know, that was left hanging. You know, Sandow turned on me, but I'm not going to be fooled this year. I'm going to fucking, you know, turn on you, you know. And then, but you still have Cesaro win here. Yeah, still have Cesaro win the fucking match. I think he's a great talent. Can really fucking wrestle. He's got Heyman in his corner who could cut promos for him. So you got the full package there with Cesaro. And, you know, I try to put big names in here, or at least people who have had, you know, world titles, or at least people who have been in the company for a while. Like, I was thinking of putting people like Tyson Kidd in here, but I'm like, nah, you know, why Kidd? He hasn't been in the main event. He hasn't even been close to the main event. You know, it's like, here's fucking Mount Everest, and Kidd's still at the fucking summit, you know, or the bottom. Is the summit? I think the summit's the top, yeah. Kidd's still at the bottom of the mountain, ready to fucking hike up. And he's like, he's taken like one step up, you know. But yeah, I try to put, you know, I think the only person, you know, Goldust, I don't think he's won a world title. Has he? I don't fucking know. But yeah, I mean, he's been in the company for a lot of years now, so he's a even, you know, even though he doesn't really have a title, or he's like basically like a fucking jobber now. I mean, but he's still a big name, so I think it would still be good to have him in there. I mean, Cody Rhodes, I mean, he's been in the company for a couple of years now. I think he would still qualify, you know, to be in the fucking match. He's been in Money in the Bank matches before. He's been in big spots before. He's had, you know, the IC belt for like a long time. I think he held the record or something like that. So he's a big name. He's a good name to have in there. RVD, obviously, also, he's been WWE champion. You know, he's been in fucking wrestling for a long time. He's been in WWE for a long time. Barrett, I mean, he's also been in the main event for a little bit. I mean, he's still a pretty big name. And Ziggler, he's been champion. I think he deserves. All these people are pretty good wrestlers. So, or you know, most of these people, actually all of them are good wrestlers. So, I think and then Cesaro would win because Cesaro is clearly like, I think one of the best wrestlers in the company right now, if not the best. I mean, he's got a lot of great moves and he's got a lot of talent. So I have Cesaro win the belt. And then maybe you could have a Cesaro-Bryan feud in the future. So there's your Money in the Bank dream card, people.